Yo, what's happening, everyone? What is happening? Please forgive my hair. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. But yeah, it's about time to do some boxes. We're gonna get some more boxes done. We're gonna fire more Hohenheims at the enemy, and the best node is unlocked, so maybe we'll actually get something good. And oh, chat is already active. Nero, how many boxes have I done? I am 13 deep, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. 15. Okay, so I'm a lot deeper than I thought I was. So I'm 15 deep. And Egg, it is good to see you. How we doing, Dan? So yeah, this is the plan. We're gonna do boxes. We're gonna farm. We're gonna hang out. Please let me know if Shengong is too loud. Please let me know the second you hear it, so I can properly make adjustments, because I did not know that Shengong was super duper duper loud last time. Let's make sure we can nip that in the bud. Thanks, Eric. I'm trying. I'm messing with the overlays. Hopefully some of this stuff works. At the very least, we got the little frame there. The frame seems nice. I also have this beverage with me. This is clearly just Coca-Cola and nothing else. Nothing else added other than the ice and the lime. Oh man, I can't. Chat, hang on. Let's do one thing. Hold up. That's better. That was too much dead space. Dan's at 44 boxes. Jill says, good morning. Morning for you. Nice. As you can tell, it is clearly not morning behind me. I promise that's not an overlay. It is night. Eric's on box 3. Eric, get that Nightingale. What are you doing? I know Endwalker's really good. But you gotta at least get that Nightingale. Endwalker is really good, by the way, chat. Eggs on 6 or 8? Okay. I mean, we got time. There's still like 6 more days left. I just really had to make sure I secured that Nightingale. Gotta make sure we have that. Gotta make sure. Yes, I am East Coast. Eastern Standard Time Zone, 100%. You will, Eric? I'm gonna hold you to that. Egg's been playing a lot of Saints Row 4 on Switch. Love Saints Row 4. Love Saints Row in general so much. I think I've played like 3 and 4 in particular, like 4 times each. I really hope the new one's good. The more trailers they've been releasing of it, I've been, like, more down with it. I think it's looked more promising. But hopefully it ends up delivering, because I don't want a Saints Row game to flop at all. It's one whole wave down. They're a masterpiece in open world silliness. Yes. 4 has like that voice actor pack where you just are Nolan North, and it's just Nolan North doing the intentionally laziest voice acting he could possibly do, because that was the direction they gave him. So good. So as other games I've been playing, of course, I'm playing Endwalker. I finally finished the story, and I'm gonna actually start streaming Endwalker stuff next week, because I wanted to give people a time to, you know, actually finish the story. Awesome. Arc Shadow with the super chat. Thank you. Go Chen Gong. Also, this is for you fives. It's not much, but thanks for everything. Hope we can collab one day. Have a happy holiday and be safe. Thank you so much. I hope you have an excellent holiday as well. I didn't even expect to get a super chat. I don't even have super chat stuff ready, but thank you. There it is. There it is. The zombie showed up. Thank you. Thank you, zombie. There were lots of other things I could pick, but the zombie's really, really good. I know his default. Chen Gong will smash some stuff for all of you. Delightful. Delightful. That's dope. Thank you. Oh, God. What was I saying before really good things happened? Oh, Endwalker. Endwalker. Also, I hope you have a great holiday too, Akari. I hope you have a great holiday too. I'm ready to stream Endwalker because I feel like enough people have gotten through the story where I'm not gonna, like, accidentally spoil something major for a large amount of people by just going to do gathering and endgame areas. I kind of feel like we're at that safe spot. We're out of early access. Regular release has had some time. I am cool to get back into it. I want to do Endwalker videos too, but I don't know what specifically to do. I mean, like, guide videos, those are kind of, like, everywhere. I just need to figure out something to do if I want to do something related to that, because I love Final Fantasy XIV. You guys have seen on my playlist, I think Final Fantasy is my favorite series, period. I need to find something to do with that. I think streaming 14 is the first way to go. At the bare minimum, y'all can go ahead and watch me get my miner up, because we get mining to 90. I'm going to try to... I have a lofty goal this expansion. I'm trying to become an Omni Crafter. Hopefully I'll be able to become an Omni Crafter, because I hate being poor in that game now. Final Fantasy XIV looks cool. I just don't have time for an MMO. That's understandable. I kind of look at it as, like, this is basically me sinking my time into a giant, hefty, meaty RPG. Because you can do a lot of stuff solo. I mean, yeah, there's the raids and stuff, and that's fun. I definitely do want to do Pandemonium on stream and all that. But there's enough things you can do by yourself where I kind of feel like it hits both of those. Shiro, how about that Bleach trailer? I just showed my wife that Bleach trailer today. That is going to be great. That's going to be great. I kind of... Confession about Bleach, gang. I kind of was really salty at Bleach when I was reading the manga, and I had to, like, step away from a while. And the whole reason that happened is because, honestly, I was super jazzed with Ichigo beating Aizen. I thought him, like, beating him... Also, spoilers for Bleach, by the way, so if you want to get spoiled on Bleach, I'll give you, like, a countdown from 5 to go ahead and pop out real quick and then come back in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. Okay, so when Ichigo beats Aizen and, like, loses all of his powers with the final Getsuga Tensho, I thought that was super duper cool and a very fitting end to the series. But then they went into Fullbring, and I was like, okay, Fullbring, I guess this is alright, this is neat, it's like a different power source for Ichigo. And then they went ahead and hit me with Dirty Boots. Dirty Boots was the dumbest power set I had ever seen, to the point where I rage quit Bleach. I straight up rage quit Bleach at that. I did end up eventually going back with 1000 Year Blood War, and freaking loved 1000 Year Blood War, forced myself through Fullbring. 1000 Year Blood War was dope, but I did drop off of Bleach for a period of time, specifically because of that. What server am I on Final Fantasy? I am on Brynhilda. It just happened to be the very first one open when I started playing the game. I mean, I liked 1000 Year Blood War. I really did. How many Lotto have I done? I am at 15 boxes. Jack is taking a break on box 40. Jack is a madman. Bleach was like a train wreck you couldn't stop watching. Hope they fix some of the story beats in the new anime. Well, this isn't going to have filler. That was the problem. Like, the main reason my buddy fell off was he was watching specifically the anime, and when they got to the point where they're, like, halfway through Hueco Mundo, and they just straight up stop and go into a filler arc mid-battle, that was when you just quit. And I can't blame anybody for quitting at that point. You're in the middle of this big-ass climactic battle that you've been waiting for episodes and episodes, and they just pop mid-battle into a filler arc. How could you do that? How could you do that to your fan base? I'm looking for Nightingale and got spooked by 3 SR Berserkers. What is that? My gosh. I have an NP3 Nightingale. This must be a sign. Nightingale must be telling us something. But what? I've also been playing Super Robot Wars in my off time. I know the stream unfortunately had to die because everyone had to copyright claim everything. But it's honestly a very good game I've been having a blast with, and you should not let that deter you if you're thinking of playing it. It is great. It is great. I finally got 2 of my pilots in that game to hit Ace Pilot, which is you need to shoot down like 50 other mechs in order to get Ace Pilot. I got the protagonist that, and of course I got the strongest character in the game that, which is easily Amuro Ray. Amuro Ray is an absolute monster in that game because it's post Char's counterattack Amuro Ray. Is post Char's counterattack Amuro Ray. The man is a monster. Even when I just had him in the regular Gundam, he was throwing hands. But then you get the mass production Hainu Gundam chat, and it's just so good. It's so much fun. You've got like 2 more Gundams to go. It's stupid. It's stupid. I love it. Ichihime had no development at all, plus it was rushed, which is unfair to Kubo. I mean, I kind of saw like beats of it here and there. I know a lot of people would have been more happy if he ended up with Rukia, but that's kind of like a crossing between worlds thing, and it's kind of like either you're into that or you're not. I think Kubo just very clearly wasn't into that. Because I kind of really like Rukia and Renji together. I really do. If I had a ship in that, that would have been the ship. Wish I could get Zerkerlot. My double Scotty Spishtar setup is kind of unreliable. It's got to be that, like that low NP, right? You can easily supplement that with, like, Grails and Foes, but you have to be willing to give Spishtar Grails and Foes, so that's really up to you. And yeah, I'm kind of upset that I wasn't able to stream Super Robot Wars through all the way, because I was having a blast with it, but I'm still having a blast with it off camera too, so that's gonna be great. And DLC 2 comes out Christmas Eve, and it comes with Ultraman, so that's gonna be fun. There is a song from that is living in my head absolutely rent-free, and it's because Gao Gai Go is in there, and they play Gao Gai Go's theme song whenever it attacks. So I'll just kind of be sitting randomly. Thank you, JB. Thank you so much. I'll kind of just be sitting randomly, and it'll pop in my head. I'll just have to out loud go ga 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 Gao Gai Go ga 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 Gao Gai Go. It's so good. It's such a good theme song. Somebody link the Gao Gai Go theme song in the chat, please. It's so good. It's like back in the day from before they used like established songs for anime, and pretty much all anime theme songs were just the show. Like, just this is made for the show. This is entirely related to the show. Even though a lot of like anime openings from other songs are freaking great, Asterisk for an example, obviously, but it's just one of those times. It's one of those old times where all the songs were just based off specifically the anime. It's more the cards you need for the first turn that trip you up. Yeah, I mean, that element of randomness does not really help. I was able to start supplanting that with Chen Gong by just getting Hohenheim up, but it really all depends on what works for you. Catchy AF? It is catchy. It's a very catchy theme song. I'm kind of upset that I'm probably going to end up subbing Gao Gai Go for Gao Gai Gar if I ever do get it. Other thing I'll say about that game. mechs with multiple pilots, like multiple pilots at once, are some of the most busted. Like, I am specifically leveling Shin Getter Robo in that game because I know Shin Getter Robo is going to get more extra pilots, and it's busted now. It's going to be absolutely absurd when I get extra pilots. Combattler V is insanely good. Voltes V is super good. Just Gao Gai Go, like I just said, pretty much anything that has multiple pilots so you can use multiple, like, stacking pilot skills in the same turn is absurd. So if you're playing Super Robot Wars for the first time, SRW 30, and you're like new to strategy RPGs, I would definitely recommend starting on Earth first, because that gets you Combattler V super early. And honestly, if I'd gotten Combattler V super early, it just would have plowed through the entire game for me. It is so strong. Sweet Shin Getter. I love Shin Getter. I love Ryoma. Ryoma's great. Hey, my dude, how are you doing tonight? Today is my break from the Lotto. Tomorrow I go at it again. Did you already do challenge quests? I did not. I did not. We are, however, just going to be farming tonight. That is the plan. And my glasses are dirty. That's why Power Rangers always wins. There is... I picked the wrong supporter. I'm an idiot. I'm a dum-dum. I got distracted by Power Rangers again. Robo. But Power Rangers was actually in one of the previous Super Robot Wars games. It was like the first Megazord that US audiences would have seen. They put that in there. You could straight up use the Megazord. It's just in the old SRW games not coming out here. We miss so much. So much. Go Power Rangers! Yes! Yes, I totally would have used the Dinozord that the Green Ranger has. So good. So good. So amazing. And just Green Ranger playing the dagger that's also a flute through his mask that doesn't have a mouth hole. Incredible. Incredible stuff. You wish you could use this setup. You don't have Waver or Tamamo. Yeah, one of them is really required for this. And what's up, Tommy? You're going to be grinding the Lotto too? Yes. Yes. We all grind the Lotto together. We all make the Lotto grinding feel more bearable. Childhood. Speaking of childhood, Power Rangers actually holds a special place in my heart for one specific reason. It is related to the only contest I have ever won. So when I was a little kid, my grandma took me and we entered me into a contest at this, like, now long defunct video store. And we went to that video store and we entered, and the prize was every single episode of Power Rangers on VHS. And I won. And I then got every single episode of Power Rangers plus the movie on VHS. So I had all of them. All the Power Rangers. That is where my first true love of giant fighting robots came in, was the Megazord. I had a big-ass Megazord. I had the White Tiger Zord that could transform. I had a playset of all the weapons, and you could combine them together with the battle axe and the giant Power Rangers gun that they'd fire. Oh, I was super deep into Power Rangers, my guys. Why is this your last Lotto stream? Because we are going to be streaming other games. Other games. I still have it? No. I don't. Unfortunate. But I don't. That was like in my grandparents' attic, and after like they passed, it got lost in the shuffle, and it's like all gone. The only thing I have is the battle axe still. I have the battle axe, but I don't have any of the other weapons that connect into it. I don't have the daggers, I don't have the Red Ranger sword, I don't have any of that stuff. And grinding is going well, Marco. Thank you so much for stopping by, especially while you're on the job. You want to get into giant robot animes, but it's hard to find a good one. I understand. A lot of them really end up dropping the ball at the ending. So it kind of leads to a lot of people just dropping them all together. I'm a big proponent of, like, anything Universal Century Gundam. So, like, if you're fine with older shows, like Zeta Gundam is my favorite giant robot show of all time. So all of those are super good. Young J Money is correct in that Big O is a good one. Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is, of course, incredible. Japan just decided that Code Geass is the best anime ever made by mankind in a recent poll. So, worse places you could start than what Japan considers the greatest anime ever made, Code Geass. Eric screaming Code Geass the second I mention it. And or Gurren Lagann, there we go. Yep, Code Geass, Gurren Lagann. Quadruple S Gridman, but that's more of like an ultra show than a giant fighting robot show. And yeah, New Ninja Turtles versus Power Rangers was dope. That was like, make your childhood brain explode. Jack's first experience with Mecha was Lego Exo Force. Wow. That's like Bionicles, yo. That is pure Bionicles right there. Dope. I was waiting for a Jibun Wo in the chat. I was waiting for a Jibun Wo. Thank you for that. It is pretty much necessary. You must press on, getting pages for 2 upcoming servants you want. GSSR ticket Tamamo needs 84 and Castoria needs 55. Good taste, that is also who my GSSR ticket is going to be. I'm definitely going with Tamamo. Because another game playthrough I do want to do is when Fate Extra Record does come out here, we are doing a Tamamo run. We are doing a Tamamo run entirely on stream. Because I know it's an RPG a lot of people are really going to want to watch because it's Fate. It's Fate. So we will do a Tamamo run of Fate Extra Record when it comes out. Technically a hard mode run. So please look forward to that. I hope it's on PC. I just hope it's on PC. Because it'll be easier to stream. It's on Switch. And we'll try. We'll do our best. If it only comes out here on Switch, we'll do our best. I think it's on PlayStation too, though, so potentially PS5 will be fine. I can't imagine PS5 not being able to run Fate Extra Record. Mecha anime been taking L's this last few years? Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, completely, unquestionably. Like, I was super into Valvrave the Liberator when it came out. That theme song just destroys, by the way. But, if any of you watch Valvrave the Liberator, you kind of know how horribly it went downhill. And just ever since then, there hasn't been really a good mecha show that's kind of grabbed me. Like, Iron-Blooded Orphans was super, super strong when it first came out, and then it just kind of took a crap in Season 2. All Noah Zero, super, super strong when it came out. What the hell was that ending? It's a shame. I'm just waiting for the next good mecha to come out. Original Mobile Suit Gundam, yes. Original Mobile Suit Gundam, Zeta Gundam, Stardust Memory, War in the Pocket... 8th MS Team, all that stuff still holds up so incredibly well. So good. You won't even care that you're seeing the same recycled mecha animation like 4 times in 3 episodes because it's just that good. It's just that good. Yeah, the mecha designs on Valvrave were so freaking good. I don't understand how it went south. Mecha animes have bad reps. Just recently. A lot of mecha series have kind of been taking a crap. They kind of like started dying out in what I like to call the moe wave. like when K-On! And stuff was super popular and all that. So after, like, they died out in the Moe wave and we started hitting this Isekai wave, by the Isekai wave, Mecha's just been kind of dead. I mean, like, Darling in the Franxx came out, but I have seen very divisive things about Darling in the Franxx to the point where I haven't even bothered watching it. People are like, either you're going to think this is one of the greatest masterpieces of all time, period, or you're going to think this is horrible, horny, rip-off Evangelion. It's going to be one of the two. You will not find a middle ground. The end. So based on that, I kinda couldn't do it. There is no Code Geass movie in Ba Sing Se. I wish they left it alone after that ending. There is Lelouch the Resurrection stuff in Super Robot Wars, so I've kind of been getting a feel for how that's been going. I'm sure they'll kind of like loosely adapt it, but I don't know exactly where they're going to end up going with that. All I know is I've got Colin, and Gurren type special is busted, so I'm using it on my team. That's really all I know about Lelouch the Resurrection at this point. Chaldea Gurus was going on. How we doing? Sit here and farm too. Is going to be a blast. Ending for Darling in the Franxx was overwhelming. Just too much going on. Yes. That is what I have heard. That is what I have heard. That's how I felt about All Nova Zero. There were just way too many things happening. I couldn't deal. So many cool things. Moo says Overlord is on my radar. Overlord is great if you're, like me, a huge fan of that. The protagonist is absolutely busted and they are unapologetic about it. Anime. Straight up, just like completely and utterly unapologetic. This character is busted. We're gonna say it from the outset. So if you like slime, you'll like that. If you Sword Art Online, iffy, because let's be real, they're initially like, Kirito's not that strong, and then he just becomes God for the rest of the series. So it really depends on what you're looking for. Folding clothes, I did that yesterday. So you shouldn't do daily XP cards when events are available. Yes, you should not. Because what you, especially, I shouldn't say that. Mainly if you need XP cards, Lotto events are the main thing you're going to want to do. Because you're not only going to get gold and silver all EXP cards, but you're going to get QP and gems. It is just far more cost efficient for your AP to forsake EXP cards for Lottos whenever the Lottos are up. This is part of the reason Lotto events are like so beloved, because it's like EXP farming on steroids. You're going to get all that you need and more. SAO is the first anime you watch, so you have a soft spot for it, but you don't really like it anymore. Oh, don't get me wrong, chat. I do enjoy Sword Art Online. Is it the best thing ever? Not by a long shot. Is it entertaining enough? Yes. I would not consider Sword Art Online straight up bad. If you want to see a straight up bad anime, watch Kanozuki no Miko or Mars of Destruction. And you then will find a bad anime that you can use as sort of your litmus test. Darling in the Franxx was not only bad in the anime, but also the IRL. The VA getting death threats because of what their characters were doing in the anime was like WTF. That's never okay. That is absolutely never okay. I don't understand getting that angry and invested that you need to do that to the voice actors. They're not doing it themselves. They are taking direction from the writers. I mean, if you're going to be mad at somebody, be mad at the writers, but at the end of the day, it's still just fiction. You don't gotta get salty about that. Just take the L and move on. We're all going to take the L on different pieces of media. It's always going to happen. Lordy, look at Game of Thrones, chat. Game of Thrones fell off so hard that nobody is even talking about it anymore. It's like it never existed. Straight up. There's been like 4 trailers for House of the Dragon, I guess. I didn't even know there was one. You're gonna take L's with fiction. It gonna happen. Slime does deserve more love. SAO alternative is great. Good to hear. Good to hear. I played some of the SAO games, and they were pretty fun. It kind of seems like some of the alternate stuff where they go through more of Aincrad. I'm assuming that's what SAO alternative is. But those games are fun. Those games are cool. I like going through the rest of the levels of Aincrad and meeting all these other characters and stuff. That was enjoyable. So the combat system of those games does need some work. I've heard very good things about SAO Abridged. Also something I have not seen. Like, attacking VA sounds like the Genshin community. Like the guy's burning NP5 Muramasa because Summer Kama has a line about him. Hey, that's just more reason for me to use Summer Kama and Muramasa together. That's all. That's all it means. It's acceptable. It is absolutely acceptable. Oh, SAO Alt's the one in Gun Gale. Okay, okay. Oh, that's the one with the little pink-hatted girl. Okay, okay. Okay, yeah, need to watch that. Need to watch that. Then what's the one that's getting the movie? SAO, I thought it started with an A. Is that also alternative? Oh, thank God, there we go. Game of Thrones got the Lost Belt treatment. Like, too bad Game of Thrones ended after season 5 and they never continued the series. See, what are the holiday plans? Moo, you know my holiday plans, which are just sitting on my couch in my underwear, playing video games. Family Christmas party thing isn't until the 26th. So I've got a whole day just to drink and play games. Everyone else, what are your holiday plans? SAO Progressive! That's it. Okay. Progressive. Now I know. Now I remember. But yeah, what's everyone's holiday plans? Hope you all have something enjoyable you can do. Just remember, take time for yourself. Enjoy things for yourself. If you have a day, make it a good day. See a lot of good things about Alice. I'm surprised she's not in the games. I think she's in the Gun Gale game, though, if I'm not mistaken. They made like that specifically Gun Gale online game. You could call the family and tell them that you are sick so you can't go. Nah, they're actually good to hang around with. They're actually nice. It's actually not one of those family gatherings where you can dread it because there's certain things you really don't want to talk to anybody about, period. Nah, it's not one of those. Everyone's pretty chill. We all just drink and like White Elephant, and there's a lot of good food, and it's nice. It's actually nice. Really feels weird that in a few days is Christmas. Yeah, it was like yesterday was January 1st, and now it's December 21st. See what we got here. On college break, so I'm going to relax, play games as much as I want, go to the gym 4 times a week, too. That is a full and powerful schedule. You keep at that, Taru. You keep at that. I probably should be going to the gym, but I lift heavy things over my head at work sometimes, so I count that as exercise. Holiday plans are start screen share session of another Eden with friends, test out Genshin on mobile, and plan out spring college semester. Dope, dope. I played a little bit of another Eden. It seemed cool. It seems neat that they've got a Chrono Trigger collab and that their collabs never go away. I think that's a fantastic way to handle your collab things. As far as Genshin on mobile, all I can speak is of my personal experience. If you've got one of those like slidey controller things that goes over your phone, that's the way to play. The touchscreen controls are okay, they get the job done, but if you got a slidey controlly boy to do stuff, oh, it's a game changer. Absolute game changer. My plans are just stressing out about making prep and cooking, but after all that's done, have a good time. Yeah, it's gotta be a lot of stress, just, you know, I assume handling the meal and all kinds of things like that. I've like tried cooking sometimes, but most of the time they're like, just bring beer, Justin, it's fine. Like you can make macaroni and cheese and stuff like that, but when it comes to handling a big holiday meal, don't. Working and then come home and be alone, but your BF will be home. Hang out with your loved ones. Enjoy the time together with your family, be they blood or found. You don't have to work till next year. Amazing. Amazing. Dan, you wish you had space on your phone / time to play another Eden. It's on PC. I know it's on PC. Because there's someone on my Steam friends list that is playing it quite literally all the time. And I imagine if you have like a PC that can run anything, you'd be able to run it. It's not very resource intensive. And we're not talking like BlueStacks or anything like that. No, we're talking like you can go on Steam and download it and play it and you're good to go. No fuss, no muss. You work Christmas morning, they better be paying you extra. I am a firm believer in that. Ideally, no one should have to, but if you're in a job or position where that's not possible, they should be giving you buku bucks. Totally unfair otherwise. But that's just me. Try using double Scotty Lakshmi. I don't have Lakshmi. I don't have Lakshmi, bye. I don't. She is not real in my Chaldea. Not that I was want for trying, she's just not real. Didn't get her. But I mean, this level 92 2-star has been pretty fine with his damage bonus. Since we have Shiro Muramasa, Sieg, and Shiki, how would you feel about a Hakuno pseudo-servant as part of extra record collab? I still want Charlemagne as a part of an Extella collab. I definitely think we should get Charlemagne. I definitely think we should get Archimedes. But as far as a Hakuno pseudo-servant goes, I really don't know what they would do, who they would pick. I really don't know who they could possibly pick for a pseudo-servant on that. Like, which spirit? Unless they're just like, we're just gonna make magical girl battle Hakuno and make them a moon cancer. We'll just have them powered by BB. I suppose that could work. I think it'd be cool to see. I just can't visualize the execution in my noodle. I have no idea how they would actually do that. Oh no, almost. There we go, thank God. Thank God, the blue splash. Good, good. And Dozen is right, phone gamers. As long as you're doing something, that's a lot better than doing nothing. Keep at it. It won't be so hard to go back when you can. It's not that I don't think they can't do that, Armando, like do a Hakuno pseudo servant. I just can't really picture how they would execute that in my head. I just don't know if they'd like pseudo servant them, if they'd make them a savior, if they'd make them a moon cancer and they're powered up by BB. I don't know. I think it's definitely doable, but I just can't think of what would be the definitive scenario to include Hakuno. SDBZ fan 1 says, I was thinking Princess Kaguya is the servant, considering their connection to the moon. Class could be Rider or Moon Cancer. That's definitely a way to work that in. That's a far better way than anything I was thinking, at least. That could be the way. That could be the way. Do Princess Kaguya. I really don't think anybody would be opposed to that in any capacity. I want a Capsule Servant collab so we can get Bazette as a servant. That is long overdue. That's long overdue, as well as Berserker Enkidu. Also, speaking of new servants and New Year's and stuff, I was talking with Musaki about this a little bit, and some stuff like came to my mind in regards to like who the New Year's servant could be. So normally, I would be like, listen, the only way we can make up for Alter Ego Tiamat and Arcade is either getting Tiamat or Goetia / Solomon in FGO Mobile for New Year's. Ouchmouse, thank you so much for the follow, my dude. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. But I am wrong. There's actually 4 servants I think would make enough waves and be decent enough for a New Year's servant that we could possibly forgive FGO Arcade for yoinking Tiamat from us. That's of course our own Tiamat and Goetia Solomon. That's of course a really good idea. However, there are 2 more. One of them being Mother Harlot. If we got Mother Harlot, Rider Ultimate Power Nero, that could be a good get. Or also Alcides, Ultimate Max Power Heracles Archer. If we got either of those 4, I feel like I'd be very, very pleased. I don't think Rasputin or Kazura Drop would be big enough of an addition for the fan base that's comparable to Tiamat. But getting our own Tiamat, Goetia Solomon, Alcides, or Mother Harlot, I feel like would be important enough and have the gravity relative to Tiamat getting added to the game where everything would all be okay. I think those are the 4 scenarios I got going in my head where that'll be like, I can live with this. I will forgive you for now, Arcade. Agreed, but I'm fine with them just having characters to keep Arcade going, says Moo. And I totally get that, and I totally understand. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I know that Arcade needs something to draw people to it. Arcade needs something that will draw people to it. 100%. That's totally understandable. I totally understood Jacques de Molay. I understand Nebuchadnezzar even. I get that. The only issue I mainly had with Tiamat is when it's not these new characters, when it is a character that your fan base has specifically been asking for since what is now considered very, very early in the game's life cycle, and you don't give it to them on the version they have been asking for. That's where I start to be like, this is a problem. There's a problem. It should not have been like this. You should have given this to the main audience that was looking for this first, rather than been trying to use it as bait to pull your main audience over to other game you want main audience to play. That's just my feeling on it. Beast 6 is stated to be a pair like Beast 3, and with Vitch wanting to be... There's a lot of... Vitch wanting to be a Amaterasu again, to be labeled as a threat to humanity, then that would make sense. That would make sense. Saber Hercuen. And right, yeah, that we did ask for. 100%. One question. As an FGO YouTuber, how do you keep the content going? I know FGO isn't the only thing you focus on, but if you did, that's kind of the thing. I don't really think this is the only thing I can focus on. I absolutely... Dang, I love the game. I absolutely love the game. I wouldn't be making content for it if I wouldn't, 100%. However, you gotta be able to make things that you yourself personally want to see. So part of what keeps me going into doing stuff on this game is making videos about things I'm interested in. I am interested in servant breakdowns. I am interested in watching streamers talk about things of the game lore-wise, and watching them talk about things in the game where it's related to gameplay mechanics and stuff like that. You just got to make stuff related to things that you're interested in. That's what you got to do, regardless of what you're making stuff for. But I really do think no matter what, you can't just like throw all your eggs in one basket, because if that one thing eventually goes away, what else do you really got to do? And plus on top of that, I think making all of your stuff for only one thing is a little disingenuous, because I don't really think anybody's interested in a single sole thing. Even like Moo and the Gurus, yes, their skits are phenomenal. Everything they do related to guides and skits and all that is phenomenal in FGO, but then you still get them doing these streams where they're playing like Valhalla and stuff like that, which is entirely out of left field, but that's part of the way you keep it fresh. That is really part of the way you keep it fresh and keep that drive going. Is having that ability to diversify and making stuff that you genuinely would like to see. I fully don't believe any of them would have been streaming Valhalla if they weren't specifically interested in Valhalla. Just like I'm streaming Inscription this week because I'm actually interested in Inscription and I really want to see what that game is about. I stream Final Fantasy XIV because I really love Final Fantasy. I'm actually super into Final Fantasy XIV and I just want to do things and hang out with people. It's very, very important. Ooh, Frank, I'm new at FGO. Can you talk about some good subs? Let me do that real quick. Let's help Frank out. You've been playing since Guda Guda Final Hinoji and have been trying to build a team for farm. As an example, you didn't know this caster was a good farmer. This caster is only a good farmer if you have some very high value units. He is not necessarily super good for your regular average Joe. Things I will say, Arash is one of the best farmers in the game. You should absolutely level this man up. He dies when he uses his Noble Phantasm, but the damage he deals is so powerful that you're guaranteed to clear a wave, and it's absolutely worth it. So definitely level Arash. As far as going to help out with supporters, Hohenheim is a very, very good supporter because of the buff he gets to his third skill, which increases an ally's Noble Phantasm gain. That is very, very powerful, and you can use it on pretty much any farming character like I've been using with the 2-star here. Best all-around supporter you will possibly be able to find in the game is Hans Christian Andersen right here. Hans is amazing. All of his skills are incredibly powerful buffs, and his Noble Phantasm is also a powerful buff. Plus, his cost is very, very low. I imagine, as a new player, I remember my cost wasn't very, very high. So if you invest in Hans, you will have a good all-around supporter for the game to help pull you forward until you end up pulling like a Waver, pulling a Skahawk Scotty, a Merlin, a Caster Artoria, a Koyanskaya of Light, an Oberon, whoever it might be. I would say if you were looking for an excellent supporter, Hans is the way to go to help you with big stuff. But when it comes to farming, you definitely want to try and level Arash before anybody else. Arash is going to, at the bare minimum, ensure that you're able to clear a wave, and then you just go ahead and go through the rest. I hope that was able to help. I hope that was able to help. You can also, of course, if you're looking for another strong wave clearing servant, where are you? Ku can be really good for wave clearing. I haven't leveled that. I haven't leveled him yet because there he is. There is Spartacus. Spartacus is also very, very good for farming. Yes, I'm sorry, I haven't gained his third skill yet. Don't get mad at me. But Spartacus is also very, very good for farming because his Noble Phantasm ignores enemy defense, so you can just go ahead and burst on through. You can actually easily set up a 3-turn farming team if you have the ability to charge Noble Phantasms with a line of just using Arash, Spartacus, and Eric Bloodaxe. All 3 of them can easily clear a single wave, and with Arash's heavy damage and Spartacus and Eric Bloodaxe's Berserker class allowing them to deal extra damage to pretty much anybody, you'll be pretty safe off. So, hopefully that's able to help. Hopefully. But those are characters I know you'll have access to, and I know you'll easily be able to get access to at Noble Phantasm 5. I missed so much in the chat talking about that. I'm sorry, everyone. Am I going to do a review of Endwalker? I've kind of been bouncing around in my head doing a story review of it. But I'm kind of teetery on it. I'm not sure if it's strange. I'm not sure if I'd be able to construct something at this moment in time that I feel like would be the most visually interesting into going into my thoughts about it. Does that make sense? Kind of like pulling videos from the story and all that. I guess I could go in and record it and all that, but I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure if that's like the beginning thing to cut my teeth on when it comes to FF14, because as far as streaming FF14 and making content for FF14 and Final Fantasy in general, I'm very much new to that space. So I'm wondering if I should just spend my energy elsewhere and sort of build up there and then start going into that big stuff when they start getting into, you know, the new patches and the next expansion and all of that stuff. So thanks for the question, Mikon, to help me organize my thoughts on it. Cha-Cha, advance Merry Christmas. Thank you. Do you think we'll get more welfare reruns of JP, like with JP Halloween? Mad they didn't do it for Christmas. I expect so, Jack. I think that's going to be the plan. I really do. It's good business to bring new players, as well as bring old players back into the fold. Guru says, you start with a niche and then slowly grow over time. Soon it's less about the game and more about you as a person. It takes time, but it will reward you later. Absolutely. Absolutely. Every big ass streamer or YouTuber or games writer or whatever cut their teeth on something very, very specific and then ended up being able to grow out from there. That's just kind of like the way you gotta do it. It really is. But that you gotta make sure that one thing you're cutting your teeth on to sink in on for a very, very long time is something you enjoy, like me with FGO. Time for a top 10 picks from the GSSR. I did a top 10 picks for servants next year, but that could be a good idea. That could be a fun video if people are looking for that. There will be a good character before Castoria. There will be several. There will be several. They will all be good. Spartacus, the man that can rebel against gravity. Ark says, thanks, Fives and Moose. This is why I'm excited to join YouTube again, because I'm finding ways to speak to guys. I've been nice since you reached out, and it's hard, you had to find good peeps. Absolutely. You just gotta, like I said, just be absolutely stubborn and just keep going in on it. I'm happy to answer any questions, comments, concerns I can when I can. But remember, I'm still kind of, sort of a baby. I'm just trying to do my best with what I know. Oh, man. So this rolling FP Gacha and just pulled the Angry Mango. Yo! Awesome. Awesome. I really hope it was the stream that gave you luck. Dope. Dope. And Ark, yeah, if that's the content you want to do, make that what you do. Do what you want to do. There was some kind of song from a kid's show about that. I forget which one it was from. No. It was from South Park. Oh. Well, that's kind of the opposite of kids' show. Time for your top picks for GSSR from each banner. No, Henry Cavill, no, I'm sorry. There we go, that's who we're looking for. I'm at least a toddler, thank you. Always denied the farm, not always farm it. Okay, Mersha, I believe you. Just gotta farm when you can. Gosh, there's so much I gotta catch up on. We'll probably start rolling some boxes and go from there. Corvo, will people prefer if you put the Lotto CE on your Skahawk Scotty or Arjuna Alter? Definitely Skahawk Scotty. Definitely Scotty. Because people are going to be taking her in order to do their 3-turn farm comp. Arjuna Alter, you're looking for, you know, hopefully to have him be the one doing the farming. Put it on Scotty. Ranking the banners of the GSSR themselves from most valuable to least. That could also be good. I mean, I kind of feel like personally it's obvious, but that's not the case for everybody. Why am I thinking that? I mean, things that are obvious to other people probably aren't obvious to me either, so I don't even know why I should be thinking that. Ooh, Ferial Nugroho, thank you so much for subscribing. And Cornell Baudrig Rinklev has also subscribed. Ooh, thank you. Mersha's hosting me. God, I missed a lot. Thank you all. I had to go into that little rant about NP5 1-star servants. That kind of threw me off. Just a little bit, though. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's about time to open some boxes. We need to open some boxes and level some dudes. For compensation, we want 2 multis worth of quartz, and we want everyone gets a free Castoria in their box the day she comes out. Those are the only things that will satiate us. That's it. Wardlocker, greetings. Hope your farming is going well. I've sunk some of my stuff into 92 Chengong, so it's going very well for me. I still have not finished Atlantis. I really do want to finish Atlantis, but this ended up popping up. I don't got it. I don't got it. You're gonna have to take that up with Aniplex in a couple months. Oh, yell at them at Anime Expo, I guess. How many events like this? So we pretty much always get one a year. We always get one a year. Sometimes we get more, though. They become an increasingly popular event. Like, this one will get a rerun next year, along with a brand new Christmas event starting. So it usually ends up averaging out to 2. Yeah, chat is in agreement. Like 2 Lottos per year. 2 Lottos per year. Ark, you may be surprised by my mascot servant. They are Gong, Oro, Kita, and Melt. Looking at you, Moo, but they are special to me like those servants are to you. And that's one of the beautiful things about FGO, like Pokemon. Everyone is somebody's favorite. Everyone is somebody's favorite. When I say everyone, I mean everyone. Should I use all my apples here? Absolutely. If there is an event to use the apples on, it is this event. This is the event most people save up their apples for and go ham on. Do not use rainbow apples, though, which is what we refer to Saint Quartz as to recharge. Do not use rainbow apples. That is for summoning servants only. And maybe if you're super salty and upset, clearing a quest. But that's really few and far between. Stanislav, thank you for the subscription. Alright, time to... I'm gonna chunk this down just a little bit, because we're gonna be rolling. I don't have a rolly machine, so we are just going to keep going. We're gonna mash. Jack has 100 apples to go. X-Row is 50 deep with only 1 CE. Oh, man. Kaplan is suffering from a crippling class P shortage. Been there. First extra servant. First time pulled an extra servant. Oh, God. Yeah, rainbow apples on Lottos are absolutely for Leviathans. How do people have the time and patience to farm so many boxes? It's easier when you work a desk job. I'll say that much. It's easier when you work a desk job and most of your job is answering phones. You can kind of just do this. It's okay. How likely are they implementing the 100 roll on Skahawk Fest next year? I wouldn't get your hopes up. I absolutely would not get your hopes up. Would it be the best thing for the game? Yes. Is that a guarantee that the good thing is going to happen? Absolutely not. Like, Ghost Recon Breakpoint has NFTs. There's never a guarantee they're going to do the thing that's actually good for the game. I'm able to farm the caster node pretty efficiently, but how does it compare with the lancer node? So the caster node is going to drop other items you can use to spend in the shop. The lancer node specifically drops bandages or snowboards, is what I more feel like they look like, which get you the Lotto stuff. So Lancer node is the ideal node if you're looking for just Lotto stuff. If you're looking for other things from the shop, other nodes are going to be what you want to go for. But you should realistically just farm the node that you are the best at farming right now. If that's the Rider node, then do that. Save yourself the time and anger. It's easier when you got an Android and can use automated farming. Yeah, a lot of people do that too. Though you shouldn't do it because it breaks the terms of service is something I am legally obligated to likely say. So I'm saying it. Go. 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 400 more tickets. 400 more snowboards. We're out of snowboards. Box 18. Lancer node also drops hearts. Honestly, main reason I'm farming the Lancer node. I always manage to expend all of my hearts. It's kind of hard to find the motivation to go hard on a Lotto when you've got everyone leveled, but think about all the characters you have yet to level, because they're not in the game yet. Those are the ones you need to be worried about. Okay, giant rings, I need you. Thank you. I will receive. And I cannot receive more right now. So we're going to level the servant we're focusing on. Who is the servant I am focusing on leveling right now, chat? He's down here. I got some 70-80s, but I need to level Punished Snake right now. That is my goal. We will level Punished Snake. And max ascension to Punished Snake. I have like no void dust, by the way, so there were servants I was leveling that I now have to leave on the back burner because I'm out of void dust. But look at that. Maxed out Punished Snake. For reference, what do you think is the best single target rider I should go for? Ozymandias. Ozymandias. You are a good man, William Tell. You are a good man. I'm glad they decided to make you created by Hideo Kojima. Let's get you to 70. Or at least as close as we can get. Because I imagine I'm going to run out of cards. And I am not counting on a super success. Yeah, Quetzalcoatl is also very, very good. So Ozzy or Quetzalcoatl? Oh, wow. What do you know? Alright, there we go. Max level William Tell. Thank God. I can't level Anger Manu. We'll do this for Shin. This will be for Shin. Thai Pilot, thank you so much for the sub. On Prime, too. Prime sub, thank you. That is super cool. That is, as the kids say, based. Alright, there we go. Now we can go back to Bataru. Where do you live? Yeah, Ushi's great for low rarity. Absolutely. And St. George is pretty great as well. As the whippersnappers would say, yes. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate it. I really thank you. Yeah, St. George is awesome. Do I stream every day? Tuesdays and Thursdays I stream. Tuesdays and Thursdays I stream. Monday and Friday you can typically expect a video. Oh, excuse me. Sometimes y'all also get stuff on, like, maybe a Wednesday or a Saturday, Sunday if something happens. But considering I work a 40 on top of this, we gotta take some time to rest and recharge. Otherwise, the stuff I make for you guys will suffer, and we can't have that. See, do I have nursery rhyme? I have NP4 nursery rhyme. I started using Mr. Gong 2 just last night, and it was great. There's a reason I am taking this man to 100, and it's not just because I am an absolute lover of all things related to Three Kingdoms and Dynasty Warriors. Luckily, there's a gameplay reason, too. So, M, thank you for the subscription. Boars, thank you so much for the follow. Currently on box 85 and nearing reverse QP hell. There are so few Stanislav that I have seen enter reverse QP hell. That is kind of a special thing. And for the uninitiated in chat, reverse QP hell is when you have so much QP that you actually cannot farm anymore. You have capped on QP. It's a rarity that most of us will never see in our lifetimes. But Stanislav is somehow powerful enough where that is what has happened. Oh, I wish I was in reverse QP hell. They should just fill up our QP boxes randomly, once, as a treat. Just once as a treat. Speaking of Three Kingdoms, luckily got Three Kingdom related units in Figure Fantasy, so my honeymoon phase is thriving. What Three Kingdom units do they have in Figure Fantasy? I've only seen like ads for that. Sean, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Eric says, isn't that just called QP Heaven? Listen, it becomes QP Hell when you realize that you have farmed QP and hit that cap. So any QP that would have been over the cap is now gone forever in dust. And it becomes even more reverse QP hell when you're like, I'm swimming in QP, but I have no mats. Heaven wouldn't hurt like that. Yes says, I started on JP and got Melu sign as a ticket. Nice Christmas gift. That's a very nice Christmas gift. Dozens at box 50, 5 drops so far. Gonna grind for at least one more copy for 2 MLBs for that CE. Yeah, it's a very good CE. It's absolutely worth farming for. Corvus says, I kind of wish we got the new daily quests early on NA. I think we should get them early too. We really should get them early too. Honestly, the second they implemented the higher rarity card, they should have immediately implemented a new stage to farm that higher rarity card. I don't understand why you wouldn't. It don't make no sense. That just seems like common sense game design to me. What happens if you use someone with a unit with guts in this dude's NP? They don't survive. It overrides. Oh wait, I take that back. I'm thinking of something else. Yes, they do survive. Thank you for correcting me, Dan. However, the main thing is that you don't want them to survive. Because that unit dying is a free swap in from your back line. And that allows you to charge up Chengong's Noble Phantasm again. So see, like, and I've got a video up on the channel about, like, how to do the Chengong system, chat. So if you got Chengong and you need some instruction on how to do it, there's, like, a graph somebody put up that I credited on that. There's tons of good stuff in that video. So if you're new to the Chengong system, check it out. But part of the reason we do this is that Chengong always sacrifices the unit furthest to the left. So we do this. We've blown all of Hohenheim's skills to increase NP gain and arts damage and stuff like that. We murder. And then that's a free bring in from the back line. And we can use all of Waver's skills and Chengong's middle skill to charge him up to 100 again. So you actually do not want the unit to survive. Yeah, level 92 Gong refund with 1000 foe is disgusting. What would I say is the best servant in GSSR pulls? I'm going to do a video on that. Like, specifically a video. Where I, like, show the pool and then talk about who and why. Yeah, you need batteries to run with Chengong. The most popular ones are Nero Bride, Tamamo, Caster Artoria when she comes out, Skahawk Scotty, and Hohenheim. I would say the Broke Gong guide, if you're talking about the Broke Chengong guide, it's entirely built around this skill right here. Tactician's Cherished Desire, increase Buster card effectiveness for one ally, and Berserkers specifically get their critical strength and max HP increased. So actually for a freebie setup, if you use Hans and Chengong as supporters and have Lo Bu as your main damage dealer, that can honestly be a very good team to help you take down a bunch of bosses. But this is the main skill you're focused on if you're building a Broke Chengong guide. Farming is kind of a luxury with him, unfortunately. Murder is my business, and here business is booming. Chengong, probably. Well, funny thing, if you read his Noble Phantasm description, the arrow is entirely an illusion. What actually happened there was he basically turned Skahawk Scotty into a berserker, and she ran in there and murdered everybody with the bloodlust of Lo Bu, while also dying herself. That is legitimately what it says in his Noble Phantasm. The arrow is just an illusion to make his allies feel better, because it's a very gruesome sight and you do not want to see it. So you're actually inflicting horrible depravities on your servant, completely unrelated to them being fired as an arrow and exploding. Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. But Tamamo gets to live because she's pretty. It is metal as hell, yeah. Chengong is a decidedly metal servant. I wish Chen was in the game when I started. Lo Bu was my carry early on. Yes, you're all surprised. I will show you after this farm wave. I will go into my Chengong's list and I will read that to you. Lo Bu is a very good early game carry. People should definitely invest in him. There's a reason he's horrifying in Fate Extra. I've been doing this to my Reynes this whole time. My smug lolly, no. The fact that your servants gain bond after this happens to you proves that they really, really care about you. Bop, bop, bop. Easier to animate as well? Absolutely. There's no way you could do that for every single servant in the game. Unless you just put like a black shroud over them. Okay, but can I pursue him? If you repeatedly roll the friend point gacha to try and get an NP5 Lobu, you have in fact pursued Lobu. Okay, let's shatter your world, chat. Hang on. Noble Phantasm, two-pronged formation. Rank C, anti-army, range 10 to 60, max targets 1 to 60. Spare parts left over from the creation of God Force, a micro-magical accelerator that is noticed by no one. This is Chen Gong's heretical Noble Phantasm that temporarily super enhances allies with super increased attack and super increased maximum output. It sacrifices one of his own men to inflict damage to the enemy. In short, it's Stella using someone else's life. It is the worst. My strongest shall face the enemy's strongest. What will be left is the skirmish between weaker soldiers. The strategy for such a battle would be simple. Chen Gong often says such chilling things as he looks down on the scattered enemy lines caused by the general's explosive clash. Because his tactics leave such a terrible impression on others, he uses a magecraft bamboo scroll from the ancient Jia dynasty to cast an illusion that makes observers believe he shot some sort of powerful arrow that caused the enemy front to explode. You are welcome. That is what Chen Gong does. It is canon. Now you know. This guy is a damn war criminal? Yeah, and he's unapologetic about it. Now you know, chat. Chat is losing their shit. You have been doing that to your supporters the whole time, chat. Your Castorias, your Tamamos, your Hohenheims, your Caster Kills, all of them. You have utilized Chen Gong to have your favorite waifu commit war crimes. I am sorry. Okay, that's it. I'm putting Rise in the back line and using a friend waiver from now on. He said it right there. This is for farming. A necessary sacrifice. Half the servants in this game are damn war criminals. Geneva Convention, you can't do that. Chinese Magic Man laughs in Scotty Missile. I like your funny words, Magic Man. Not sleeping for a week, it's only as bad as your imagination takes it. That's why he uses the illusion. It's so you don't get upset about the things that are actually happening. If Chen Gong with Coup Alter, nothing particularly special would happen. Coup Alter would get a bonus to crit damage and a max HP boost. Chen Gong is the greatest strategist for Bazakas. He knows how to make Bazakas do their best, because man was the strategist for Lobu. He knows what's up. He knows what's up. Dan goes, Geneva Convention, more like Geneva Suggestion. Now I understand when Hohenheim said, please don't put me in front of that man again. They've seen things. Horrible things. Unspeakable things. My character looks cold? I know. I know. It is practical in a different way. It doesn't keep me warm at all. Buffed Heracles plus Gong is kind of broken. Yeah, Gong Arjuna Altar is also really, really good. Which supports are really nice to use with Nobu? Hans, for sure. And there's going to be... Frank, there's going to be a 1-star supporter coming out that is specifically good with Nobunagas and variations of Nobunagas. So please keep that in mind. Oh, Kim Cringe, thank you so much for the super chat. Life bores me. Well, I hope I'm able to be at least kind of entertaining to help you out. If there was a reference I missed, please correct me. Nobukatsu? Yep, Nobukatsu. A 1-star? Yep, Frank, a 1-star. Like Arash rarity. They are limited, though. But there is a 1-star servant, Nobukatsu, coming out that is specifically a great supporter for Nobunagas. All Nobunagas. He gives his support, and then he immediately dies. He'll arrive in the next Guda Guda. You've got some time. And all 3 Nobus, like Dan said, thrive off of crit supports like Star Gen, critical damage, etc. It's not a reference, you're just really bored. Damn. Well, I hope you find something that can entertain you. Hello, Miss Bro. What's going on? There's that NS. Could be either. We will never fire Paris in the Chen Gong thing. And yes, that's the nice thing about Nobukatsu, like Dan says. He is in the friend point summon. So if you just save up friend points, you'll be able to get him. And he's honestly a lot of people's main target when that event comes around. He's very, very good. And not even just for Nobunaga. Like, he's optimal with Nobunaga, but his bonuses can actually apply to other people just in a lesser way. You maximize the bonuses he gives with a Nobunaga. Yo, GSSR is going up soon. Which banner are you going for? I will be going for Archer because Super Orion has eluded me. So I would like to get Super Orion, and if I don't, I guess I could use an NP for Gilgamesh. I would find that very, very acceptable. JR says, long-time YouTube watcher, first time in chat. How's the box count CE drop rate for you? First of all, thank you so much for stopping by in the chat. I'm glad you decided to pop by and have some fun. As far as box count goes, I have more tickets to spend. we are at 18. And I will be able to max limit break 1 craft essence after the event ends. But I have enough where I'm able to get, like, the maximum plus I could possibly get right now on boxes. And we have spent a significant amount of EXP. William Tell is now maxed out. He was my next target. We are next going to be focusing on Matahari for Shin Iri. I imagine he would have murdered me if he knew my Matahari wasn't leveled. And I did recently manage to 10-10-10 Gilgamesh caster. So that was nice. I was looking for a crit supporter. I pulled Merlin some time ago, but you just don't have the stars to make your Nobu crit. I would say look at some craft essences. There should be some that generate stars per turn, no matter how small. Then again, you did start recently. I don't know if you have a fragment of 2030 in your box. Probably not. But that, if you ever do get that, that gives 8 stars per turn and is the best craft essence in the game, period. But yeah, thank you, Jack. I was just going to mention that. If you've considered leveling Mozart, he's 1 star. His 3rd skill can grant you 50 stars instantly. And Dan popped in too. Yeah, Mozart's skill can give you 50 stars immediately. Should you go for Arjuna Altar or a caster on the GSSR? That depends. Do you have a strong support caster? If you don't, go with... Oh, hey, thank you for the subscription. I unfortunately can't read that language, but thank you. If anyone knows how to read it and can pronounce it, I am not talented enough to know multiple languages. But if you don't have a support caster yet, go caster banner. If you have a good supporter, go for Arjuna Altar. Every other banner has at least one servant that will make you rage. Tama Lancer, Moriarty, Hijikata. I mean, we're all going to have that one character we pull and it's like, oh god. Yeah, good odd is most servants you want, the least servants that will make you rage. I'm picking Archer because the only part of the reason for that is the only thing I will be legitimately salty about if I pull it will be Moriarty. I'm not crazy about Moriarty. He's okay, but that's just okay. He's not even going to be that good until Ashidoman comes out. So yeah, if your caster class selection is super weak, Pumpkin, go with the caster banner. It's a good get. It's a good get. Cursed Arm Hassan does decent star generation? Yes. Yes. I have grailed my Cursed Arm Hassan because all the Hassans are great. Kotaro is also a great free manual star gen servant. Absolutely, Dan. My buddy Nick started the game. He was one of the first characters I made him level. He's like, I need an assassin. I don't have any 5-star assassins. I'm like, do you have Kotaro Fuma? Yes, you're leveling Kotaro Fuma. The end. There is no one else worth leveling if you have Kotaro Fuma. It's like, oh, okay. And it was helpful. Arc, how is Helena from a gameplay standpoint? Helena, I used exclusively until I finally managed to pull a Merlin. She was my main supporter. Helena is budget waiver, basically. I didn't pull a waiver until after I pulled Skahawk Scotty. So Helena is highly recommended by me. No problem, Frank. I'm happy to help. This is what we should be doing. We should be helping each other. We should be talking about ways to make the game better for other people. That's the kind of community I want here. And y'all are doing it. And I'm proud of you. Hold on, chat. I gotta bite this lime. I gotta bite this lime. It's the rules. Oh, God. Oh, hang on, one more time. Okay, that's all juice. Oh, God. Woo, good. Good, good, good. Best way to advise you is to get you in a Discord, show us your box / what 5 stars you have, who you have built, etc. Funnily enough, the link to my Discord is in the description of the YouTube video. So you can easily pop on in. Hasn't Arjuna Alter not had a rate up banner since his release? Yes, that is something important to keep in mind if you want him for the collection factor. He has not had a banner since release. Morgan Le Fay has had more reruns than Arjuna Alter. Oh yes, I know you are, Phone. I just figured it was a good opportunity to plug the Discord server. Gotta take those opportunities when you can. How long did it take you to bond 10 servants? Long time. Long time. I bond 10 Kentucky by Solomon. And I was using the man to just carry me through everything. It takes a very, very long time to bond 10 somebody. Didn't Morgan Le Fay have like 3 banners almost back to back after their release? Yep, 3 banners all in the same year. Yeah, Arjuna is available only on GSSR for the next 2 years at minimum. Morgan had 2 banner run in the span of 3 months. Yep. Yeah, good news is Arjuna Alter has that Buster Resist down, so he only really needs NP1. Heal, heal, heal. Got a rare prism to get Kaltia lunchtime! Yeah! Lunchtime is dope. Should you put Maiden of Orleans on your Tamamo? It feels like a good idea. That is a good idea. And Koyanskaya, I expect Koyanskaya to get a rerun shortly. Because isn't the event on JP like her event right now? I imagine she'll get a rerun soon. Bond 10 Himiko just a bit after her being added to the game, and she loves you to the extent where you got her to NP3 without pursuing her. That is some top tier taste, my dude. I am going for Himiko when she comes out. Absolutely. I wonder if we will Bond 10 someone very shortly. We're on that last pixel where everything is terrible. You only have 2 rare prisms, but you want to unlock Bella Lisa next year. I have rare prisms I'm saving specifically for Bella Lisa, because I only got 2 Bella Lisas. And I have 3,000 mana prisms saved up, so I can just immediately MLB Bella Lisa. Then the QP farming can begin in earnest. Is Himiko spookable? Himiko is limited. Himiko is limited. So I am sorry. But she cannot randomly show up. Bond 10 to Emiya today. Nice. One of the best characters you can start the game with, for sure. You got Bond 10 with Berserker Musashi when she was released with NP3. Dope. I am waiting to get Castoria to bond up my Berserker Musashi, because I wasn't able to get Avenger Ishtar. So Berserker Musashi is going to be my Castoria farmer. Oh, stall teams are always great, David. Like, I can theoretically kill every challenge quest with Qin Shi Huang, John, and somebody else. Like, it's entirely possible. Just depends if you personally have the patience to make that team a reality. Since we're talking about Bond 10s, I'll show you all my Bond 10s. Since... There we go. Since this is about all the time I have. So I'll clue this off by showing you all my Bond 10s. You never know, Tarusaki. You can have somebody surprise you. They're like so close to Bond 10. It is nutty. Alright, so Bond 10s. I have Merlin. So why wouldn't you have Merlin at Bond 10 if you had Merlin? This was my first Bond 10. Golden Boy carried me through all of the beginning of the game. Whole beginning of the game. Golden Boy God Emperor. I love him so much. Can't wait for his costume. And BB, who is on her way to Bond 11. She only needs 777,000 more Bond points to get to level 11 and give me that sweet 30 Saint Quartz. And how close are you? 41k. Okay, not bad. 26k. Very, very close for Lord Almaloy. And then we're making progress on the others. I mean, like, Drake only got this far because... QP farming. Jalter is Jalter. I mean, there's no way you're not gonna, like, level your Jalter. And then everyone else is sitting kind of pretty. Some 6s, some 5s. 4s. Oh, it was supposed to filter by Bond level. Why wouldn't I? Guess I got more Bond 10s than I thought. I forgot about Nero. Nero was easy Bond 10. She was just in my back line as my Heracles. I knew I had more Bond 10s. And then, of course, the only 4-star I specifically went for NP5 with. Favorite Artoria up there with Double X. Her and Double X are my favorite Artorias. Had to do it. Had to do it. And then this man's almost at Bond 10. Only almost, though. But he was also my first 10-10-10, so he's got to get to Bond 10. And everyone else is pretty okay. Pretty solid. 6s, some 5s. Try to get everyone to at least 5. This will probably be after I grail to Bond 15. I have a couple of other candidates for Bond 15. It'll either be Murasaki, Scheherazade. God, Scheherazade's great. Kama. Of course. But who knows? Someone else could come out that would totally, utterly surprise me. Who knows? Who knows? And then a lot of Bond Zeros, unfortunately. I need to use Ashwatthama more. Anyways, gang, I'm going to leave you with Shengong as I go, because that's unfortunately all the time I have for tonight. I'd like to thank you all for stopping by. I would like to thank us for getting to 69 viewers on my viewer count up in the corner. Nice. Nice. I appreciate that. If you want to come back for another stream, I will be back this Thursday, also at 7 p.m. EST. We are going to start up Inscription, because everyone told me there's a very good game. And since Super Robot Wars kind of petered out, I'm going to play the weird card game, because I like weird card games. So I hope you all look forward to that. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. EST on Twitch and YouTube. If you're on Twitch, go ahead and check out my YouTube, Kawaii50. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and check out my Twitch. On my YouTube page, my Discord, Patreon, all that stuff is sitting down in the description below, so y'all can check that out as well. Anyways, gang, thank you again. Thank you to everyone that did the super chats, that followed, that subscribed, that has been following and subscribing. It is your support that makes me want to come out here and do this, so I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much. I'm glad you all had a good time, because I had a good time too. I hope you all have a phenomenal evening,